Captain's log. Day 341. A guess. I find shelter from the space vacuum in a miasmic valley. The valley lies between two towering mountains. The distress signal is humming loudly. Perhaps the sender is nearby? I'm afraid I won't be much help to them now. I am lost, confused, and a very long ways from my spaceship. I hear something. Rustling. I take cover behind a clump of grass. It is a large animal with impressive spiraled horns and shiny hooves. It could potentially be dangerous, so I keep very still. The animal approaches my hiding place. I make nary a move. I remember my spaceway assistance training and attempt to blend in with my surroundings. It does not work! I am discovered! I remember my spaceway assistance training and initiate a tactical retreat. The animal and I engage in a battle of wits. Until we are interrupted by a giant. She is so tall, the top of her head brushes up against the clouds. Strange. But I can understand the language of the giant perfectly. Hums, and the musical tones form full sentences in my mind, with color and emotion. She tells me this valley is where the shepherds from her village graze their sheep. My distress signal is picking up a signal loud and clear. Did you send for my assistance? I asked the giant. I did, she said. I could use a hand with the afternoon's chores. This strikes me as a non-emergency. Nevertheless, I am here to help. Captain's log. Time? Unknown. The shepherd takes me to her village. Here, the other villagers prepare for the shearing of the sheep. They show me how to use the metal shears to cut the animal's thick wool coat. Back to pasture. We gather up the shorn coat and repair the spinning wheel. Together we pull apart the thick fur of the animal's coat and stick it to a sharp needle and wheel it into a fine thread. As the thread passes through my fingers, it conjures up vivid images in my mind. I see cities and planets and galaxies, all woven together in a web of gravity and time. Every chair, every cloud, every nebula filled with a riotous and joyous life. This thread, the weavers tell me, is strong and can mend even the most troublesome of tears. But their explanation is cut short by a deafening sound. It is the vacuum of space. It is trying to destroy everything. I take the shears in my hand and battle against it. Investigate my fallen opponent for clues as to its origin or purpose. And my eye catches a label along its underbelly. It reads, "Made in Gorganza." How can this be? How can this tool of destruction be made in my home? Why has it been sent here? The weavers tell me these vacuums have been plaguing their moon, consuming the air, the mountain ranges, the gentle invertebrates, and not only their moon, but neighboring moons and planets and stars. This is why they called for my help. But how could you have known to call me? When I first received your distress signal, everything was fine. We are simple weavers, but we know how to work with the fabric of space-time. The whens and hows are easy when you understand the way the fabric is woven, with gravity threaded through time, connecting all of our futures and pasts and presents. But why me, I ask? Again, the weavers began to hum in tandem. But this time, I cannot make out the exact words or sentences. Still, a feeling begins to grow in my heart. A feeling of strength and resolve. I know what I have to do. The dimension of the Weavers is being destroyed by my home planet. I must return to Gorganza and put an end to it. The Weavers hand me a golden needle. And some thread. And then they show me to my spaceship. Hypersonic speeds. I engage the engine overdrive and push my spaceship to its very limit. At 0500 hours, I enter Gorganza's orbit. I see my old friends all waving at me. As I approach Gorganza's capital, I see a supermassive black hole with hideous serpentine attachments. They must be stopped. I begin my approach to the event horizon. The gravitational forces are tremendous. I draw closer. Engage my enemy in an epic space battle! My spaceship takes critical damage. And I'm forced to make an emergency landing. I decide to approach on foot. The weight of the planet is so heavy. I travel towards the center of gravity. I cut a piece of the weaver's thread and tie it around my waist. I look out for something or someone to hold the other side of the rope. Someone who understands the complexities of string theory. Someone who the world, nay, the universe, can depend on in its time of need. But wait. fills me in on everything that's happening in my absence. His eyes fill with tears as he tells me how his landmark technology helped fuel the Emperor's diabolical plan. His eyes fill with tears.
Not your fault!
He thanks me for this opportunity to redeem himself and help save Gorganza. Gary gradually lowers me into the gravity pit that surrounds the black hole. The weight is almost too much for him to bear. Gary comes along with me so that I can do my work. He doesn't hold the rope too tightly. He does it so that I can do my work. It's almost too much for Gary to bear, but luckily, other citizens of Gorganza come to Gary's aid and help pull the rope with him. They hold it gently. They know it's not a tug of war. They know that they are helping. I'm lowered to the event horizon. Here, time stands still. It takes all of my strength, but I thread the needle. I begin to sew. I make a stitch. And then another one. But then the pull of gravity overwhelms me. And I drop the needle. It's sucked into the black hole. Oh, how could I have been so careless? I look into the black hole. It is a tear in the fabric of the world, an opening into something incomprehensible. But then, I catch the needle! It seems our separate trajectories have led us to the same place, like reflections in a mirror. Together, I begin to sew once more. Stitch by stitch. Endings become beginnings. An inhale becomes an exhale. As I work, I hum the song of the weavers. I hum because I am alive, and because there is work to be done. Over and under and over, until the weight is lifted from the world. Until, where there was once a tear, there is now a seam. I thank all of the many Gorganzans who helped me. Together, with the help of Gary and all of these citizens of Gorganza, yes, Gary made up for what he had done before. Redeemed himself. And today we have restored peace to the dimensions of the universe. Today, I feel more at home on Gorganza than I ever have. Captain's log. Mission complete.
On the scene where Spaceway Assistance Driver Captain Z has just repaired a tear in the fabric of space-time. The crowd gathered is ecstatic. Already, gravity has returned to a comfortable 9.8 meters per second. We've got golden skies and blue sunshine once again. And the people Organza have found a new appreciation for the unknown. Steve is recovering quite nicely. Thank you to everyone who sent flowers and gift baskets. For Morning News Now, I'm Janie. Good night.
So, as I was saying, gravity is like a thread connecting everything in the universe.
Tethering every atom to every other atom.
And every heart to every other heart.
In an intricate web of
Connection.